Have you ever reached for a handful of nuts thinking, well, at least it's a healthy snack? What if I told you that some of the most popular nuts in your pantry could quietly be sabotaging your health, fueling inflammation, weakening your muscles, and even messing with your heart and brain? And here's the kicker. Most of these so-called superfoods are actually marketed as heart-healthy, keto-friendly, or packed with good fats. But for adults over 60, not all nuts are created equal. In fact, eating the wrong ones regularly might be what's draining your energy, worsening joint pain, or making recovery from everyday strain take twice as long. But it's not all bad news. Some nuts are nutritional powerhouses, rich in compounds that support memory, boost circulation, protect your bones, and even help you sleep better at night. So before you reach for another peanut, cashew, or mystery trail mix, let's take a closer look. Because the difference between the nuts that heal and the ones that harm is a lot bigger than you think. Stick around until the very end, because nut number 4 on the avoid list has a hidden compound almost no one talks about, but it could be silently working against your health every single day. Segment 1. Nuts to approach with caution. Let's dive into 5 types of nuts that seniors should approach with caution. Because even the most innocent-looking snacks can have hidden downsides that may quietly harm your health over time. First up, bitter almonds. They might look identical to the regular sweet almonds you see in the grocery store, but bitter almonds are a completely different story. They contain a compound called amygdalin. When digested, amygdalin can convert into cyanide, a toxic chemical that interferes with how your body uses oxygen. According to Dr. Lisa Monroe, a toxicologist at the National Center for Environmental Health, even just a few raw bitter almonds can trigger symptoms like dizziness, nausea, or confusion in older adults whose liver detox pathways may not be as effective as they once were. One real case occurred in Arizona, when an elderly man named Harold, age 72, ended up in the ER after trying a home remedy that included raw apricot kernels, essentially bitter almonds in disguise. He thought he was boosting his immune system, but instead triggered a full-blown toxic reaction. The scary part is bitter almonds are often marketed online as natural detox agents or sold under vague labels like wild almond kernels, making them easy to mistake for safe snacks. Seniors should avoid these entirely, especially raw. Now let's talk about peanuts. They're everywhere: trail mixes, energy bars, sandwiches. Most of us grew up with them. But peanuts aren't even technically nuts, they're legumes, and because they grow underground, they're prone to mold contamination. This mold can produce aflatoxins, which have been linked to liver damage, immune suppression, and even cancer. A study by the USDA showed that older adults exposed to aflatoxins experienced more severe impacts, likely because of slower toxin clearance in the body. A woman named Carol, 67, noticed she was constantly fatigued and having digestive problems. She'd been eating a spoonful of peanut butter every morning, assuming it was healthy. When she switched to almond butter and cut back on peanuts entirely, her energy and digestion improved noticeably within weeks. Another concern is that peanuts are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 is essential in small amounts, too much of it can throw off your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, contributing to chronic inflammation. This imbalance is linked to joint pain, stiff arteries, and even cognitive fog. And for seniors taking blood thinners, there's a final twist. Peanuts contain vitamin K, which can interfere with these medications and make dosage unpredictable. Next on the list, macadamia nuts. Smooth, creamy, and delicious, but not as innocent as they seem. Macadamias are extremely high in fat, but offer little protein and almost no fiber. That's a problem if you're relying on them as a filling snack or thinking they'll help preserve muscle mass. Imagine you're someone like George, 68, who walks every morning but struggles to build strength. He was snacking on macadamia nuts daily, thinking the healthy fats would help, but without enough protein and fiber, his muscles weren't getting what they needed. Over time, George found himself weaker and gaining weight, even though he hadn't changed his diet otherwise. This nutrient imbalance can lead to muscle breakdown, slower recovery after exercise, and unwanted fat accumulation, especially in seniors who are less active. And here's another layer. Store-bought macadamias are often roasted in inflammatory oils and heavily salted, which further impacts heart health and joint flexibility. Now let's take a closer look at pine nuts. These little seeds are often used in gourmet dishes like pesto or sprinkled on salads, and they look harmless enough. But pine nuts can interfere with medications commonly prescribed to seniors, especially blood pressure pills, statins, and drugs for irregular heartbeats. According to a clinical review published in Frontiers in Nutrition, a compound in pine nuts called phenolenic acid can alter how your liver processes these medications. That means your meds might not work the way they should, or worse, might work too strongly. Linda, 73, learned this the hard way after incorporating pine nuts into her meals for several weeks. Her blood pressure became erratic. Her doctor adjusted her medication dosage multiple times before realizing the issue wasn't the medicine. It was the pine nuts. On top of that, there's something called pine mouth, a strange side effect where everything you eat starts to taste bitter or metallic, sometimes for days. For seniors with reduced appetite, that kind of taste distortion can lead to skipping meals and losing strength. Finally, pine nuts contain polyunsaturated fats that can oxidize quickly if the nuts are old or improperly stored. Oxidized fats are harmful to blood vessels and the brain, accelerating aging processes you want to slow down. Last but not least, cashews. Creamy and satisfying. They often get labeled as heart healthy. But for older adults, cashews come with serious drawbacks. They're high in oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium in the gut and reduce absorption. Over time, low calcium absorption can weaken bones and increase the risk of fractures. For seniors already at risk of osteoporosis, this is no small issue. Nancy, 65, had been adding cashews to her salads daily. During a routine bone scan, she was shocked to learn that her bone density had dropped significantly in just 1 year. Her doctor suggested switching to lower oxalate nuts and increasing her calcium intake. Cashews also contain more carbohydrates than most other nuts, which can lead to spikes in blood sugar, particularly concerning for anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes. And the oxalates in cashews can also increase the risk of kidney stones, especially if you're not drinking enough water. Plus, the dense texture of cashews can be a choking hazard for anyone with dry mouth or chewing difficulties, both of which become more common with age. The takeaway? Not all nuts are created equal. While some can truly support your energy, brain health, and bones, others may be slowly working against you. In the next part of this video, we'll explore the 5 powerhouse nuts that do the opposite, protecting your memory, muscles, and heart as you age. Segment 2, nuts to embrace. Let's shift our focus now to the good news. 5 nuts that don't just taste great, but actively support your health as you age. For seniors, these nutrient-packed foods can help protect memory, build stronger bones, and even improve energy and sleep. If you're over 60, adding these to your diet could make a real difference. We'll start with a nut that doesn't get nearly enough attention: chestnuts. Unlike most other nuts, chestnuts are low in fat and high in complex carbohydrates and fiber. That means they provide slow-releasing energy that doesn't spike your blood sugar and keep you full longer. One senior, James from Oregon, 71 years old, shared that switching from sugary snacks to roasted chestnuts helped stabilize his blood sugar and gave him more steady energy throughout the day. Chestnuts also stand out for their vitamin C content, which plays a key role in collagen production. That means stronger joints, healthier skin, and better wound healing, things we all need more of as we age. According to Dr. Amanda Lyons, a nutritionist at Stanford, chestnuts are unique because they offer vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants in one package. They're particularly helpful for seniors with weak digestion or blood sugar concerns. Try roasting them in the oven and tossing them into grain bowls or salads. They're hearty, satisfying, and easy to digest. Next up, we have one of the most familiar and trusted nuts, almonds. But don't let their popularity fool you. Almonds are incredibly powerful, especially for seniors. They're rich in calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals vital for maintaining strong bones. As we age, bone density naturally declines, especially in women, and fractures from falls become a serious concern. Carol, a retired school teacher from Florida, said she started eating a handful of almonds every day after her doctor warned about early signs of bone thinning. I was surprised how full they made me feel, and I haven't had digestive issues since I made the switch, she said. In addition to their bone-supporting nutrients, almonds are high in monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil. These healthy fats support heart health by lowering LDL bad cholesterol and improving circulation. And let's not forget their fiber, which keeps your digestive system running smoothly, something many older adults struggle with. Third on the list is a nut that looks like a tiny brain. And for good reason. Walnuts are top-tier brain food. They contain ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that supports brain cell structure and function. As Dr. Benjamin Harris, a neurologist from UCLA, explains, ALA helps reduce brain inflammation and supports better blood flow to the brain. Two things that are critical for memory and focus in older adults. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that seniors who regularly ate walnuts performed better on memory and mental processing tests. Nancy, a 69-year-old from Vermont, started adding walnuts to her breakfast oatmeal and noticed she could concentrate better while reading or doing puzzles. Walnuts are also packed with polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that cross the blood-brain barrier to fight oxidative stress, the kind that contributes to age-related cognitive decline. Even better, walnuts contain a touch of melatonin, which supports deeper, more restful sleep, something many older adults are desperate for. Now let's talk about Brazil nuts. These are big, rich, and just one or two a day can deliver massive benefits. Brazil nuts are the single best natural source of selenium, a mineral your thyroid needs to function properly. Your thyroid controls your metabolism, energy, and even your mood, all areas that often decline with age. Mike, a 66-year-old former runner from Texas, said he was feeling unusually tired and foggy. His blood work showed low thyroid function. After incorporating Brazil nuts into his daily snack routine, his energy and focus improved. It didn't happen overnight, but after a few weeks, he noticed the difference. Selenium also supports testosterone production in both men and women, which is important for maintaining muscle mass and bone density. Just don't overdo it. 2 nuts a day are plenty. Too much selenium can be harmful, so moderation is key. Stick to raw or dry roasted varieties and skip the salted ones. Finally, we come to pistachios, the little green gems that pack a serious punch. Pistachios are loaded with potassium, a mineral that helps lower blood pressure and improve circulation. Most older adults don't get enough potassium, and pistachios are a delicious way to close that gap. In fact, a study published in Hypertension found that adults who ate a serving of pistachios each day saw significant reductions in their systolic blood pressure. Barbara, 70, from California, was surprised when her cardiologist recommended pistachios instead of cutting out all nuts. I eat them as an afternoon snack. They're tasty, easy to control portion-wise, and I love cracking them open. It keeps my hands busy too, she said. Pistachios also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that protect the eyes from macular degeneration, a major concern as we age. And here's a fun bonus. The act of shelling pistachios actually encourages mindful eating and helps maintain hand coordination, which is important for daily independence. So whether you're trying to boost your brain, protect your bones, or keep your heart beating strong, these 5 nuts are smart, simple tools for healthier aging. Stick around. We've got one last message to tie it all together and help you make the best decisions for your future. Real life story segment. Meet Margaret, a 74-year-old retired librarian from Pennsylvania. For years, Margaret had a simple habit. Every afternoon around 3 p.m., she'd grab a handful of salted peanuts. I thought they were a smart snack, she recalled. They were easy, inexpensive, and I figured the protein would help keep my energy up. But over time, Margaret started noticing nagging joint pain, especially in her knees and fingers. She also felt more fatigued in the mornings, despite getting a full night's sleep. It wasn't until she watched a nutrition webinar hosted by Dr. Jason Leary, a geriatric dietitian based in Chicago, that things started to click. Dr. Leary explained how peanuts, while popular, are technically legumes and often contain aflatoxins, a mold byproduct that can harm the liver and trigger inflammation, particularly in older adults. He also highlighted their high omega-6 content, which can throw off the body's inflammatory balance if not paired with enough omega-3s. I went back and looked at how often I was eating them, Margaret said. It was nearly every day. On Dr. Leary's recommendation, she swapped out peanuts for a mix of raw almonds and walnuts. Within 3 weeks, She noticed her hands were less stiff in the mornings, and she had more energy to walk her dog, Benny, without feeling sore afterward. "I didn't expect something so small to make such a big difference," she said. Margaret's story isn't unique. Thousands of older adults unknowingly consume foods that seem healthy, but may not be right for their age or needs. Sometimes, one simple swap can turn everything around. Closing segment. The truth is, not all nuts are created equal. And what you choose to snack on today could shape how strong, sharp, and mobile you'll be tomorrow. For seniors, especially, the difference between a nut that heals and a nut that harms isn't just nutritional, it's personal. We've seen how bitter almonds, peanuts, and cashews can quietly work against your bones, joints, and even medications. But we've also seen how almonds, walnuts, and pistachios can help protect your memory, boost your circulation, and keep your body energized as you age. The big takeaway? Knowledge is power, and the smallest changes often bring the biggest rewards. So the next time you reach for a handful of nuts, make it a choice that supports your future, not one that chips away at it. Want more easy, science-backed health tips like this? Then don't wait. Hit that subscribe button and follow our channel for weekly videos that help you stay strong, clear-minded, and independent. Because aging well isn't about luck. It's about learning what works and making it a part of your life, one bite at a time.